piensa en las cosas buenas. Tienes salud, dinero y libertad. La angustia que sientes no sirve para nada. Oye, tienes que cambiar, lucha porque no es tan mal. Risa porque la vida te da. La angustia que sientes no sirve para nada.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I can't wait till I get back to standing at my stand-up desk, baby. I'm done with this boot, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. It's the show. Let me get this thing situated over here. What's going on over here? Shout out to my beautiful people. Thank you for jumping on in. 63,000. Can we hold? I'm in a short, but I'm underwater. I'm scuba diving. Are you scuba diving with me right now? Let's find out. Or did you get caught up? Get emotional? Push yourself out of the trade? We're going to find out what happens here. Got to get myself aligned. No, literally, I'm not like at the perfect line. That like right here, like at this line. I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun. Shout out to stupid. Okay, so let's break down Bitcoin, see what's happening today. Is this like something just a little different? I don't know what it is. Anyway, okay. I like it though. It sounded good. It's looking good. I'm feeling good. You're feeling good. It's the Crypto Lifer Show on Friday, baby. Nothing should stop us. Like, who is this guy? Why is he out of his mind? Because my energy is at its apogee, actually and factually, increasing daily, rapidly. Okay? If you don't know what the word apogee is, we can do a day, learn a word day. Today, the word is apogee. APOGEE, if I remember correctly. Apogee. The highest point, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I believe it means, right? The point of orbit of an object, such as the satellite orbiting the Earth, that's the greatest distance from the center. So the apogee. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? In my mind, I kind of, as an artist, I interpret it as like as a high point. You know what I mean? But it is the furthest away of an orbiting object from Earth. The apogee. All right? Anyway, you learn something new every day on the channel. Now you know a new word called apogee. So I'm short. Did they get me? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I'm still inside the WorldCoin long, which they've been playing with me now. I'm up 700. I've been in this trade now for days. I thought it was going to be a nice quick $3,000. It's taken forever. I was up 1,500 at the most. We'll see what happens. Now I'm only up down $200 on Bitcoin. We're going to see a nice pump to the upside. I still don't buy it, though. BOOKMAP suggests that we liquidate everybody down here. So and BOOKMAP's been spot on. If they might be wrong this time. If they're wrong this time, so be it. You know what I mean? It's like if you went to play poker with a buddy, all right? And he said, just do what I do every time and we'll be fine. I don't know what just happened there. And you're like, okay. Why are those locked in together? That's kind of weird. Something strange there. Hey. But my point is, and he was wrong like 2 out of 10 times. I mean, and you know, so 2 out of the 10 times you lost your money. So be it. So what? You know what I mean? Who cares? Like that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You're up 80% of the time. So that's how I look at BOOKMAP. Like if this is a fake out and this is spoofed, which is honestly is like so rare, it's like 90% accurate. This is not. It's 90% accurate. This is not spoofed, actually. By the way, there's a 90% chance this is not spoofed liquidity. You see what I'm saying? This is real. Like, this is everyone just long thinking something, or these are the people that went long with the war, and now they're stubborn. Maybe they're on a trip. Maybe they're somewhere. They don't want to change their position, and they're still long. And they're going to get liquidated at 61.5. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking for a day's pay here, just like yesterday when we shorted the market here. If you remember, we took this short yesterday to the downside, and we nailed it. And then I took a long last night, if you can believe it, to the upside. Minimal gains, but it was what it was. We took this bounce this morning. It was the model. If you traded my model in the 1 minute time frame, you would have gotten right here where the 21 was above the 200. And bang, there was a nice pump to the upside to 63.4. Sketchy. TradFi's closed today. You see what I'm saying? So we're in this kind of like, we're in limbo right now. Almost looks like they're making a bull flag on us on the 1 minute time frame. That could continue to flatten these shorts too. So like I got mixed signals. That would trigger my stop loss up there. And I went like 400 for 1,300. So dang, man. I've been trading light too. Very small in this choppy crap here. It hasn't been the best. That's the 21 right there. That should pump. Based on my model, that should pump, and you know, I should be trading that. It's so crazy. Like, I don't trade it and watch. It's going to rip to the upside. I should get out of the short, flip long, and take the money. So funny. By my strategy, that should pump to the upside and stop me out. It's crazy. I'm on the opposite side of my back-tested strategy. Like, that's why I don't like to short the market that much, man. I like to just trade my, even when the market's dumpy, I could have hit this for a day's pay and walked away. 21 above the 200. Because I was short, I didn't see the chart. You know what I mean? It's like, but you know, I saw the 1 hour in a descending triangle. I said, man, that's bearish. Like, they dump usually 90% of the time. So I was like, I'll take that. Look at that. That's supposed to pump right now. Let's see. I mean, it might just double top. Dang, man. I'm going to watch my own strategy take me out right here. Talk about trading opposite yourself. I guess even I can do it, right? Nothing else to trade today. Stock market closed. Yep. There's no volume. Yeah, because we have that amazing energy and nobody can stop us. Let's go. I believe that. The energy is different, baby. We're about to go. And what if my day probably got hit? So I got to have a trade, but for a good reason. Hey, as long as I'm, you know, selectively sitting there. That liquidity is sitting so low on us, man. I don't know, man. This is it's a tough one. My back-tested strategy for years. The liquidity below us. Price action. Look at that. I mean, they're telling us they're going to liquidate the longs. They're saying, hey, come and get me. Come and get me. This is up to you if you don't want to take it. So we'll see what happens. And Jamie, we got it back to 1080. I did see the where I was off there. I guess what it does is it will take the screen that you're using. And I did an update or something that day. When I did that, it reverted back to default, which was whatever screen you're on. And this screen is a brand new 2K monitor. It's actually it might even be a 4K monitor. So yeah, it flipped it to 2560, which came out as 1440, and you know what I mean. But thank you, man. We got that figured out. It should be 1080 today, exactly as we were looking at it. If you want to trade where I'm trading, which is live here on Weeks, where I have the short and the long open here, the long on Wildcoin, the short on Bitcoin. And again, very small. Like, at the end of the day, this trade has been put into break even, as crazy as it is. You know, if it ends up paying me, it will take a lot of patience and a lot of time. This is a really good test of trading. You should kind of, you know, come to the show and watch this trade every day. It's been open for 3 days. Just kind of like get a feel for what it would be like. Just, you know, how long and how hard it is it to make $681? I used 240, which, you know, say, oh, that's not a lot. I got in at 54. We're sitting at 62, but I used 20x leverage to bring it. You know what I mean? So let's see if this can make a nice head and shoulder for me. And Sammy can win this trade. Is Sammy going to win the long? Are they going to come and get me? Is the question for the live stream today on the live trade. Am I going to win the long, or are they going to come get my short? And why am I short to begin with? We're going to break all that down and more on our top-down analysis for BTC, right? So, like, technically, I would long that. You know me. 3 minute, 21 above the 200, low stochastics. That should pop. But there is some bigger time frame. I like IREN. I believe this is a beautiful trade right here that I believe this can double up before Bitcoin does. You see what I'm saying? And I've been watching this trade since down here. I started calling it. I met the guys who run the company. They gave me a hat and a t-shirt. Didn't really know much about it. Went home with the hat and the t-shirt. Wasn't sure what the heck it was. You know what I mean? Just, oh, this is a cool hat. My mom's name Irene, and it's IREN, one letter off. And it's almost like someone was telling me buy it. You know, I missed out on this massive run. And now I like this consolidation here for IREN. Now, maybe it comes down for a double bottom. If it does that, I would DCA to 30. And you never know. It could go to 0. Everything is speculative in life. But I like, you know, and again, and I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. But I like what IREN is doing. I like the company. I like what they're into. They're in their data centers for AI, right? You know what I mean? So they're building the infrastructure behind what's going on. And they're taking market share and moving. And look, they're above that 200 with the 21 and tight moving averages. That's really where you want to be starting to accumulate, anywhere near the tight moving averages. See this? The moving averages got tight here. And there was a nice time to accumulate. Moving averages got tight here. There's a nice time to accumulate. So, bang, IREN to the upside. I'll show you where I'm going to get in and how to get in. Yeah, we'll have fun doing all that. All right. And maybe, you never know, like, you could double check. There's a chance that there's some IREN. You know, it's funny, I guess I could even ask CoinMarketCap. So it makes sense it would be around, you know what I mean? See, IREN derivatives, you know. I'll see what it says. It's like Ondo. Yeah, tokenized Ondo. IREN on. Yeah, that's why. See, I was seeing that. I was like, yeah, see, it's on weeks at IREN on. Isn't this interesting? Look, now here we go. It's going the second I say that. Don't say anything. Don't jinx it. But you want this first candle to turn green so it can wick down. Send that puppy down. I can't stand saying that to my baby Bitcoin, though. It's like so counterintuitive. Also probably hurts my other trade. The whole thing is a jam. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look here. Yeah, so they got these IREN on. So here it is on spot. Interesting. Yeah, stock market's not open right now, so the thing's not going to move. It's got nothing going. You know, got to wait. But there it is. It's funny. I could grab it on weeks if I wanted to. Again, you won't get, like, if there is dividend, whatever is, you know what I mean? All right, so let's break down the top-down analysis for Bitcoin. I've yet to let it out the box. Kind of wanted to dangle it out there on a Friday for the live. So here we go. Even I haven't really taken it in yet, so let's take a deep breath. I took just a Neanderthal move on the 1 hour time frame. So first things first, I mean, this looks like a descending triangle to me. And I think people are like, I don't know, I'm hearing so many fairy tales, and whatever you hear, forget about it. Just look at the charts. You know what I mean? That's a descending triangle to me. Like, we play these all the time. It says it can go to $21,000 BTC. I had a poll going right now, and I just want to see what people think. Could Bitcoin go to 25K? 43% say yes, 57% say no. Out of the only 234 votes. Let's get the votes up to the watchers, folks. Come on, jump on in. Engage with me, baby. Engage. Need that engagement. I come here for engagement every single day. Nobody reads the charts or the chats more, man. I love the chat. Sammy XRP on the 5 will show you Bitcoin's next move. Interesting. That's kind of cool. I like that kind of, like, you know, those. But, man, I think I'm giving you guys a gem right there. But you do whatever makes you happy. Dang, Bitcoin pumping. Right? I just saw it ripping back up on the fooders. Look at that pump. And that it should see that's what's supposed to happen on the 21 above the 200. We're supposed to get that move. It's funny. It's like I'm losing and explaining that that's how I trade. It's so weird. It's the weirdest thing ever. I took a Neanderthal call in the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour just looked bearish to me. I didn't look at the smaller time frames, which I probably could have. I swear, every time I don't do a thorough top-10 analysis, I get my butt whipped. It's like because I know too much, I have to give myself all the information. It gets annoying, though, because sometimes I just, you know what I mean? Like, this is what anyway, so the monthly looks somewhat bearish to me in this sense, and, like, that could go low. You know, only saving grace is no, it's in a falling wedge, Sam. It's going to go back and forth for just a couple more months. This is like my bullish hopium copium idea. And we just kind of, we end up, you know, we come down and up, but we mainly close somewhere around 61, 62K. We don't do anything crazy till the end of June. You know, 11 days of chop and nonsense. Bitcoin to 25K is stupid. Do you really think all the banks would have spent billions would allow that? Get a grip on reality. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm open-minded that anything could happen. Every time I told myself a narrative like that, Action Jackson, like something happened that I never thought possible. Now, I hold a lot of Bitcoin. I would never want to see that happen. I would, and again, look, I would lose what? Another 60% of my net worth. Like, it would be a hit. I've already lost 50% of my net worth, when we went from 126 to 60K. I'm still showing up every day happy as a clam because you know why? I remember when I started going live, and I remember when I started going after whatever I was dreaming for. And yes, I desired money because I knew it would change my life. I'd be able to travel the world, you know what I mean? I'd be able to live the places I wanted. Like, I really wanted to live in Florida. Well, just to move alone cost 10 grand, you know what I mean? To pay the moving company and get the plane tickets, like, never mind. And then I had to rent a house, right? And I had to pay the realtor fee, and moving cost me $30,000, right? Then I bought a house, and we want to redo the floor, and we redid a bathroom, and you know what I mean? Don't get me started. So, my Lord, man, when you say that, I feel it. I guess we have faith. It's kind of that simple. And I started with nothing, man. So you got to have faith, man, that things are going to go your way. And if you do that, somehow they do, man. So look at the monthly, man. We're getting tighter inside this channel. Real tight. And I can see us just eventually breaking out, but taking time. That's kind of like what I see as the most likely scenario, but we could make some massive moves down. We have to be open-minded that we don't know what's going to happen. I'm open-minded to say, I don't know. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. Let me say that again. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I don't. I truly don't. I believe over time that the thesis is they're going to print money over it more and more. That's going to lose value. I've learned that if I held all my money in the dollar for the last 10 years, I would have lost a lot of my purchasing power. And I don't think it's very risky to hold a dollar for the next 10 years. So I'm taking a different approach. I'm saying, okay, for the next 10 years, I'm going to hold something different than the dollar. I'm going to hold Bitcoin. Like, as my base case. I'm always going to be out there maybe looking for a real estate deal, looking for venture capital, looking for something that can give me a return. Of course, just like any man out there with a wad of cash that wants to make it bigger, right? That's the game. That's capitalism. That's life. That's America. We're all it's ingrained in us to do that. All right? Start a business, do something, make more money out of money. You know what I mean? Bang. But at the end of the day, that's just practical because that's practice of life. It's just kind of what we do. It shouldn't be everything to you, right? But at the end of the day, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to store my last piece of value when I'm like done making tons of money, and I'm always going to store a percentage of my wealth in Bitcoin over time. Just like I bought, $5 grand of Bitcoin yesterday. All right, I keep buying more Bitcoin. Whenever Sailor buys more Bitcoin, I'm like, man, I should buy more. I'm always happy kind of a day later. I'm always like, oh, I bought a little more the day he, because they always come out and say he bought it. It's almost like the day after they bought it or something, right? I mean, that looks like a head and shoulder that wants to go to the downside. I don't know. Someone going to short this puppy down to 22K? I'm just seeing what I'm seeing. That's all. A giant head and shoulder on the monthly, and Bitcoin loves to. It's almost every head and shoulder I've seen. Look, there it is on the monthly. It took a beat down. Last one we made was not fun. Anyway, chance it doesn't happen like that. Chance we make a beautiful inverted head and shoulder. We bounce. I'm looking for that, of course. Hail Mary. The bear market ends here November 1st. 395 days from the beginning to the top. We showed you just like this one. Right? We went from shift here. And the days aren't exact, but we went from wick to the low to the high, 395 days. We went from here to 395 days. It's 396 for whatever reason. November 1st, All Saints Day, end of the bear market, right? Bottom is somewhere maybe on October 5th. That's what people keep saying. We'll see. I mean, those are exact datings. Well, the declining volume is the sketchy. It's so funny you said that, but because declining volume is a good thing. Falling volume with falling price means you're losing the sellers. And that makes sense. This is what happened. You got a lot of buyers. And as the buyers decreased, the price went up. And that meant we were out. And what happens is, this is what you see on every altcoin that explodes. You want to see falling volume with falling price. This is good. This means, look, these are the volume is the sellers. You know? So you're saying, oh, the sellers keep losing volume. So you're seeing the sellers lose. You know? It's just like when you start to see, you know, the buyers go down, and that's why price dumps. So falling volume, falling price is actually the most bullish. That's what I teach students. That's the most bullish sign I want. I want to see falling volume with falling price. Boom. A reversal is coming. It means the gasoline. This is the gasoline to the car. This is the way the car's driving. How can the car keep driving this way if it's losing gasoline? Eventually, there's going to be no more sellers. It's also kind of an indication that we're pretty close to the bottom. It's funny. You said it was sketchy. I see, because for the last 10 years, when I see low volume and low price, I'm like really excited. Like I trade altcoins like this all the time. I love how everybody is so bearish. That usually means the bottom is in, and based on my TA, bottom is already forming. I have 90%, my indicator's 90% chance that we've hit the bottom. Because we hit 5 on this twice and 8 now. And the 2-week 200 movie, the 2-week stochastics were below the dotted line for a prolonged period of time. And that has been the bottom every single time. Those two indicators together have been 100% never been wrong. This would be the first time it's not the bottom. So I'm with you on that idea, man. But you know what? We'll see. They're making it very sketchy. And they're making it they're definitely testing my will of probability, because I'll see my probabilities and I know my, you know, and I'll be tested. So the monthly, looking for a breakout of the falling wedge. Looking for next month to be green, following by August to be dumpy, September to be up and down nil-hill. A lot of wickage, turn into a nasty monthly candle. October to be kind of a pump and dump. And then November, we kind of begin to, you know. And what I'm looking for is a chunky shoulder, head, right shoulder. And on the monthly, usually the head is just two candles next to each other, as corny as it is. But and we'll see the head and shoulder on like the 2-week or the weekly as well. This will be an inverted head and shoulder here. So I'm looking for this to make a reversal pattern. I'm looking for Bitcoin to dig in here, make a low, a higher low, and get on out of here, make an inverted head and shoulder. Otherwise, we're going to make a bear flag and dump on like the 2 to 1 week chart. So I'll be tracking it for everybody on a day-to-day basis here on the channel. Every single day. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We appreciate you. We love you. And please hit that like button on your way in. It's really appreciated. God bless you all for jumping on into the live and hanging out. So, okay, moving forward, let's continue to the 2-week. See what's happening. Yeah, look at that pump, man, for Bitcoin. And now it's like in the model. Now it's telling me I should be trading it. I should jump out, trade it long, and take my monies. I mean, that thing pumps for me so much. Crazy for me now in the Miss My Model 3-minute chart. Yeah, you could get it in right there. It's like, just there's so much liquidity below us. It's like, oh man. I might be too close to the bone. Yeah, I don't want to go all the way to the liquidation price, risk it for the biscuit. You see what I'm saying? This is when you got to make a decision. Do you cut off the trade? I could have been going through for 9 and it could have been hit already. I kind of like thinking like that sometimes, you know, then it's like you cut it off yourself, but that's supposed to pump, and I know it, man. I'm going against years of knowledge. So now I'm fighting logic. It shows your emotions are strong, like your head. I can see myself closing the short, and next thing you know, they go after all that liquidity. BOOKMAP got me, Wow. Definitely a big short squeeze about to happen right now. You can see it. Like, it's take a look at the smaller time frames for Bitcoin and see kind of what's happening. And we got 63.6. See that? So there's liquidations right there. 63.5, 63.6. This is where you gotta like really either stick to, you know, and that's why it's good too. Like I was, if it's right there, I'm risking about. The idea was to only lose $400. So here we are, the 2-week chart regaining a bit of red. It actually, I believe it had flipped green. It's fighting for its life. It closes this weekend. It was looking so nice and healthy at times. Just needs to put in a green candle close though, and it could end up being the bottom. That could be a bottom candle for Bitcoin. There's a chance. It has the chance. We're back above the 200 moving average. I'm still in the weekly long, by the way. As crazy as that sounds, you know what I mean? It's been up and down. I just want to stick to it. It's right now at break even. It's down $9. It was up dang near 1,000. Why didn't you take the money, Sam? These are experimental trades. I want to see if I can handle holding a weekly trade. And maybe it doesn't happen this time, and I go back again and again, and I'm going to use these, you know. You got to learn how to trade bigger time frames, and everything, you got to test it out, and then you only have so much time because bigger time frames only give you, like you're only going to hit the weekly 200 moving average once every couple of years, right? The last time we were near it was here in 2023, September. So it's going to be about, it's almost, a little under 3 years, right? So that's why, people that make big money have been doing this for so long, they can finally make the trades on the bigger time frames that they've learned on the smaller ones. And that's why trading in the time frames, it turns into just a beautiful way to execute, right? So starting to turn into a real nice flag. I'd love if they stop hunt everybody on this one. This will be the one time they don't stop hunt. It'll be a perfect punch to the upside, right? You know what I mean? This is where I have to decide now, do I maneuver? Do I flip long? Do I get out at 280? Flip long. Do some kung fu right now. Or do I just let it, wow. The suspense is crazy. So the weekly back above the 200 moving average. If it stays above it, we stay bullish, baby. That could be a bottom. And as I showed you, we make some type of inverted head and shoulder. Otherwise, we turn this into some type of bear flag and we just continue to dump, which is very possible, or some type of head and shoulder. See? Shoulder, head. We make some type of right shoulder and dump somewhere here. And we call it a day at 47.48. If that's the case, it'd be amazing. That would be awesome prices for Bitcoin. You know what I mean? The fact that $5,000 could get you about a tenth of Bitcoin is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? So that to me changes the game. 10 grand is a quarter at 0.25. Wow. When you can get 0.25 Bitcoin for 10 grand or close to 10 grand, I mean, you're in I believe that's unreal. Again, not financial advice. Nothing I say and you should be taken as such for entertainment purposes only. But for me, man, that's unreal. Unbelievable. It's a have to buy at that point, right? So, and what I thank God for is the fact that over time, God teaches you not to be greedy and to be grateful. And because I'm not greedy and to be grateful, I'll buy Bitcoin on the low. When you're greedy, you can't buy Bitcoin on the low because you want it all, and you're full of, and there's fear and greed go together, man. People don't realize. To be tranquil, calm, and peaceful is to just know that the money will come to you if you make the right decisions today. So for me, the right decision today is to buy more Bitcoin while everyone else is acting like it's, rat poison. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of fun right now for Bitcoin. It's good. We want that. You want to buy an asset when people don't like it, when it's below the 200 moving average on the daily, the 5-day chart. This is distress. The last time we were below the 5-day was here. Remember the last time we got above the 5-day, I was like, this could be one of the bigger, that's why I was like, man, this could be the one. That could have been the bigger run of forever, man. But the point is, you're very rarely below the 5-day 200. These are opportunities, folks. And people don't see them as much because they haven't been in the markets long enough. And if you've had that longevity in the market, then you can see that these are beautiful opportunities. And they're not. And another thing about them is they only come once, like I showed you, once every 2-3 years, maybe even 4 years sometimes. These aren't things that these aren't like moments you get all the time. So if you're just jumping on into my live, you're just joining crypto, or you're saying, I'm going to learn to trade. It's been a while. My live stream popped up. You clicked on it, and you've never been on like a crypto live stream or a trading live stream. You got in at the perfect time. Like some people jumped into a live stream here, you know, at the top, and and they had to trade, and they really they just couldn't help themselves because they wanted to learn how to trade, and they put some crazy trades in at the top and had to learn to pay the price, right? So or they got into beautiful shorts. They learned head and shoulders and just simply took the right shoulder there, which we gave on my channel on 106,700. I mean, 107,600 there. I mean, that's still in the money on the downside. It's crazy. The short, if you short up here, you're on the lowest. You're basically you're in the heaviest money you could have been in on the short still. Momentum, it shows the momentum is still to the downside. And again, as a momentum trader, a trend trader, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. You know, we have to assume that we're going to make another. You have to just keep assuming you're in the trend until eventually. So for me now, for us to believe that something big will happen on the 3-day at least, you got to break this high. That's kind of me, the higher. I believe that's the higher high. You break through that, then you can retest, then you can pop through this, and then you could create a new trend. But to me, 73,000, you really got to get it back above that key level. Even the point of control here, at least 66.5, right? Oversold, it still kind of has some momentum back to the upside. Fighting to make a higher low here. We'll see if we can get a green candle next to a red one on the 3-day. I was stubbornly bullish for the last few days. And now it's funny. Now look at the daily flipping green. So now the daily suggesting that it's going to bounce on a higher low back to the upside. This was my initial idea to begin with. Even if it's in a, you could say even if, it could be just in this, some kind of, it's going to go back to the top of the trend line here. Look at the daily flipping green is telling me to be careful. Let's see how much I trust my system. If I trust my system, I should get out of the short and flip long right now. Only thing is, it's a low volume day, right? So I hit last and close. All that liquidity down there, though. And then look, and then flip long. I'm gonna attempt to do the unthinkable. To Sammy flip-flopping. Sammy flopping Gropa. Watch this dump in my face, and I'll be like, what? I was in the short. No. It's good. I kind of wanted to come down to the trend line. They're bait and switching me. One of the worst. Oh, no. Crazy, right? So weird. It's anyway, let's wait it out. But that candle got a wick to the downside. I don't like that. See, now I see it could be the head and shoulder on the slanted side. I'm like, now it does play with your mind, right? Did I do the right thing by getting out of the short? Now I wonder. Was it the coffee? I blame the coffee. You gotta blame something, right? It wasn't me. It was the coffee that made me lose all that money. And so we get a $1,000 move. I'd have to make it a pretty big trade just to make 980 on it. I'm going to take the call. Flip long on the low wick there, off the red candle. All right, so I'm in now. 32 bucks, not the worst. Could have been better. A whole Bitcoin in there. Let's see now. I flip long on my model. This should pay me. I'm trusting the model. If I get hit, I get hit. It is what it is. But I'm kind of trusting my model here that my model will take care of me. Let me get out. I can't even watch. The suspense is too much. The suspense is too much. On a low volume Friday, too, with TradFi closed, I'm likely just to get pinched. So we'll see what happens. I'm playing with fire. Just trading today. I shouldn't be trading today. That's why, again, that daily looks like it could bounce, though. The daily candle looks like it's attempting to put in a higher low. Wow, bullish engulfing on the 12 of the 22. 8 hour looks strong for a move back to the upside. You know, some type of slanted cup and handle here. You could say it fell out of the pattern, got back inside. Now it wants to pump. Send it back to the top of the channel here. 4 hour looking strong with a bullish engulfing candle. I mean, look at the size of that puppy. 1 hour looking good too, and kind of like a bit of a double bottom here. Showing strength off of 62.3. Climb back to the 200 moving average. Yeah, a little far away for the 21, but moving. 15-minute looks like it needs to flag out, though a little far for the 21 here. And then when we're into these smaller time frames, like where I'm at on the 3-minute, look a little sketchy. So it looks like I could win the trade. The 15-minute looks bullish, but looks like it just needs some time to reset. 21's a little far for the 15-minute to kind of go on a massive run there. That's if we pump, we're going to have to come back to that 21 pretty violently. This tells me this might be a bad move on my part. Based on the 15-minute 21's giving me a little bit of stress there. We'll see. We'd have to defy that and just get a pump. The smaller time frames just have to do their thing. The 5-minute looks beautiful. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I put my stop loss too deep, I get hit. I liked being below that 200 though. Can we make a day's pay and hit $1,000 when they sweep 64.2 and go after these late shorts? Pay me back for the loss there and clean up. Do I get paid for the pivot, or do I get smacked for making the wrong decision? And do I become the laughing stock of the day? Only time will tell. We'll see what happens. I'm on the chopping block 7 days a week, so we'll see. We'll see. And apologize to anyone that took my short and, got stopped out of it, didn't play out. It may still play out, so it's up to you. You don't have to do what I did. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so 5-minute is the sauce, Sammy. Yeah, but, I don't, that 15-minute looks tough. Yeah. So there we have it. I mean, we can kind of see what's happening. 1 hour got a little bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom. And that kind of does, and I can see it head back to the 200 moving average before it has to come back down. But it's getting far for that 21 the way it's moving. It's not my favorite, but it can't look at that. It can get pretty far before it has to come back there. We go on a little bit of a rally here. So we'll see. Not the worst thing. The 4 hour has a bullish engulfing candle. I mean, that thing is huge. And that has to move back to the 21. That's hopeful for my long to play out. We'll see. We're basically at break even at $4 of the trade. Trading live here on WEEX. If you want to trade where I trade, you can hit the link right here. We make it very simple. Just bing. And you're in just like that. And you could sign up. Become underneath the SAM price. Right? Check it out. Okay, $3.9, $3, $2. Wow. And it just takes, trading takes more time than you think. Some days I'll get into a trade, I'm like, oh, it's going to take a day or two. Takes 2 weeks. I'll be in the trade a couple hours, takes 2 days. You never know. You got to be able to see the trade through no matter what. That's what I've learned about trading. And it's not really about timing, it's more about structure. If the trade still maintains structure, then I have no reason to abandon it, no matter how long it's taken. Sometimes a flag plays out, but the flag is just taking a lot longer for it to maintain. Look, there's a bear div here on the 7. I'm a little far from the 21 there too. They may come get me before I have a chance to really get the bigger move. That's what the 15-minute and the 7 are telling. See how far that is? It's sketchy right now, for sure. Huh. And this has been some tough trading. The smaller time frames have been very difficult. I've just been telling myself not to lose a lot of money and wait for the best opportunities. I'd love to go 3,000 for 9,000, 5,000 for 15, or make a bigger trade, but I want to do it when the time is right. And obviously, I'm like, want to make sure my mind's right. This is like the Strait of Hormuz is closing. It's open. No one believes if we actually are in war or out of war anymore, what's going to happen. Still bombing in, Lebanon left and right. Like, it just doesn't seem to stop no matter what's going on. So Moscow was in flames yesterday. It's just, there's no answer. And even though it's like, it seems like open season news and X and all that, we don't really get information. Like, we're spoon-fed what we want to, what we're told about the war. No one really knew. We had no boots on the ground. There was no actual independent journalism could really tell us what was happening. We just went by some post on X every day. This is it now. That's it now. Trump says this now. Trump says that now. You're going to listen and that's it. Kind of right back to how it's always been, right? Just a new form. Bread and circus. Watch the World Cup, but keep your mouth shut. I get it. Yeah, now it looks like a slanted head and shoulder. See it? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. I mean, that BOOKMAP liquidity is just screaming a dump on us. And let me get back to why I shorted the market in the first place. It was the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, but it technically, it broke out already too. I mean, what could be happening is that we could be making some type of head and shoulder pattern. This doesn't flip green and go back up. We could be making a head and shoulder. We'll see. We'll see. If I win this trade, it'll be amazing. I defied liquidity there. There's some good liquidity up here. If we really zoom into it, you can see there's some red up there. 63.6, 63.8, even up to 64,000. There's some liquidity that could get us there. I'm not saying we're going to get there for sure, but it could get us there. We'll see, man. Only time will tell. Shout out to the beautiful people out there. Hit the like button. Let's get the 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 beautiful souls here on the live that come on in every single day. But it's up to you guys. Keep hitting that like button. Get some new people here too, so they can learn how to trade the correct way using a stop loss, proper risk management. You know what I mean? Knowing what's going on, understanding the risk and the tolerance and what's behind it. So let's see. Can Sammy win the trade here? Get his money back on that L that he just took and see if we get a bounce back. Kind of like yesterday. Took an L, then bounced back, made the money. We'll see. We'll see. So IREN, man, just something to think about. But that's up to you. Chart looks amazing. Humanity attempting to bounce back. This thing gets kicked around like a soccer ball. I'll tell you what. I don't like to trade stuff like that. I find it annoying. It's like, oh, you can lose protocol, bounce up and down, then be traded. It's just like, whatever. I don't know what's up with that. But SKYAI continuously kind of doing damage there, up 50% of the week. Tron, Just, and all its little coin ecosystem continues to do damage. You got to love it. The Chinese coin that I got into at 37 cents, it's at 71, continues to make moves, up 8% a week at that $700 million market cap. It goes to $1 billion, and it's on. I think it almost did. Hype at 68, holding levels. We're going to take a look at Hype and lighter lit. I think these two might make some moves in the next week or two if Bitcoin can show any signs of stability. Jitto also with a nice move. I'm going to take a look at that chart, see if it's kind of when it can come back, if it's coming back, or if it's going to consolidate nicer. And Chainlink at 791, really disappointing. It couldn't hold anywhere near that $10 level. And Astra right back to 61 after somewhat of a move in the last couple of weeks. Cosmo 180, Ondo, really disappointing. Ondo with all the new, you even see it. This is on Ondo tokenization. Canton CC, the only coin I actually added recently, connected to, tokenization on a massive level. We're talking quadrillions of assets. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just insane. But we'll get to the bottom of it over time. And something will become a speculative asset that pumps hard. Bitcoin Cash, nothing too crazy here. And then I like to get that visual on the bubbles here. Last hour, H is the only thing kind of moving. Most altcoins are kind of sketched out with Bitcoin right now. Beat, Dexy, some of the old, usual suspects here. In the last week, we had some movement, including that WorldCoin call I had. Lab actually getting some gains too. So there's a couple things to dip our teeth into. So it looks like I had a call that Lab could break out there and hit about 1750. And it did. I mean, it bounced around, but I usually would put my stop loss below that 1190. So I'm not going to say it was like I didn't give like a perfect, but I went, we went over I might have gone over this last night. Weekly screen share last night. Link provided if you want to rewatch it. We went over a lot of coins, talked about a lot of stuff. But see, like 21, you're above the 200, you consolidate nicely. You look at the 50-minute, you're like definitely on the you're touching the 21. You see that? And then Lab, man, it's crazy how they dumped it down to 750. It pumped all the way from the lows. And wow, it's back on the highs again. You got to look at something like that on the bigger time frames. Give it some. And it could be gearing up for like just a real, like way bigger consolidation. This is it's had a lot of hype, but it seems like people seem to keep using the product. We were into this when it first, remember, I knew it when it first ever even came out. It was like one of the first things I looked at. When like altcoins, just a couple came back, we were like, what's this stuff? It was late April, April. And then April had that big run. Remember, Bitcoin pumped all of April. We had a nice run in April for Bitcoin. It was absolutely amazing. And we called it from the bottom all the way basically to the top. Had a really nice job, pumping that. I don't want to put this out just yet. I want to see it consolidate. But if that goes sideways for like 5 days, this thing could be a moon level mission. And that could be a double up there of 137% gains. I wouldn't be surprised if it's done it before. It could do it again. It's gone on massive pumps. And it's become like the daily sweetheart for a pump. So we'll see. Look at this battling now, my long, right off the 21 here. It's getting sketchy. Now you got to bounce that 21. If you lose the 21, it's kind of doing the head and shoulder. It's dumping. Oh. Turn this into a dump, and now I'm losing the trades because I'm just, that doesn't look amazing. Oh no. Oh no. Ugh. I want to look at SKYAI. I want to look at Hyperliquid. Yeah, look at it. It just closed a bearish candle the 1 hour time frame. Like, that's not, yeah. That's like a rejection candle. So I woke up this morning and I was looking at like it was in a descending triangle wanting to dump. And mainly these things do dump. So I'm like, okay, this thing was going to roll over last night. It did, it went sideways. I was like, it's going to roll over now. I put my stop above there and it's like, okay, we'll just go stop people out. I mean, I would have lost more money because they would have stopped me out on I would have lost even more money. I got out there. They would have stopped me out higher. So, okay. But now reversing it now. So now I'm saying, okay, you're going to make like a shoulder, a head or right shoulder and dump it. So that was my original. And again, those descending triangles, I mean, mainly dumb. I'm surprised it did what it did, Defied my orders. How dare you defy my orders? It is good that it's dumping first. It could create a bottom wick. You don't want to see it pump first. Somewhat, okay. It's just a little far from that 21, same as the 15. I made a boo-boo by not really be, the 5-minute 21 has to hold me now and somehow turn this into some type of consolidation. We got to make this like elongate. We got to elongate this and kind of make it longer. Stretch it out. So we can get the move. That's what we're looking for here. 64,551. That's what that's kind of what's, yeah. Again, TradFi's closed today, sketchy market. And look, it kind of looks like an Adam and Eve right there that's going to dump in my face. There she goes. Oh, man. Then you can't switch short again because then you feel like a complete, and then you watch it dump and you're like, there was the money right there. There was my daily money, Wow. Yeah, if it pumps first, that's usually going to dump. See that? Like, that's usually going to dump because you want it to dump first. Now it's got, that's ugly. That's usually going to be a nasty wick down. I don't trust that pump at all. There's no wick to that candle. It's likely a downward wick now, and that's 5 minutes to closing, so that's, oh gosh. That could be the implosion wick. This one could be blah, blah, blah. No. I don't trust it as a tweezer bottom. It's got to have the wick to wick there. It's got to have the tweezers. It'll be the first time if it does reverse without a tweezer that I've seen in a long time. I mean, anything is possible, but dang. That's sketchy business right there. This week has been a choppy week. And we knew it was going to be a choppy week. We went over it on Sunday night and I said, listen, we got Fed on Wednesday. We have unemployment and all this other nonsense. We had other data coming in. I said we also have, and we also have TradFi closed on, with Juneteenth today. So with that happening, it just, it creates definitely lack of liquidity in the market, and it creates. I can't stand bank holidays. Now that Bitcoin's more TradFi than it ever's been. I never noticed them as much. But now when the TradFi's closed and Bitcoin's open, man, it's like, I don't know, it's like open season for Bitcoin or something. I can't explain it, but I can't explain it. That's what happens. It seems like, wow, look at this pump. That's crazy. I tell you what, man, this market is wild. Wild and crazy. Let's see, man. It looks now, you never know what could happen here. But that's promising for at least a bit. Still don't like that it doesn't have a wick. But if that closes that powerfully green, that's a big buy order that seems to be coming in on Bitcoin that could prop me up and create a higher low for me on the low stochastic actually get me to win this trade. Be so cool to calm, cool, and collectively rip, make $1,099, you know, X out the 279 with a $30 fee, and fly off into the sunset up 700, right? And that's what I'm projecting. That's what's going to happen, right? And then as that happens, my WorldCoin trade pumps back to 900, and everything kind of, and we end the stream all hunky-dory on a beautiful Friday. I take my family to a Friday brunch, and like everything kind of just goes the way it's supposed to go. We will see. Only time will tell on this beautiful day. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. If your name is Paul, please say hi and put a 333 in the comment section. If your name is Paul, yeah. And also, if anyone's driving a black Honda Accord, anyone driving a black Honda Accord, your alarm is going off. All right. Please see us in the bursar office. All right. And please come to the bursar office. And yeah, we can help you take care of that. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Trading the bank holiday. Dude, you cooked. I know. Thank you. The 5-minute just said, oh, I'm good. I'm going to keep going up. 10 minutes says I got the sauce. 15 minutes says I got the sauce. The daily says, how much sauce do you want? I know. Sam, look at the 4-hour candle before the current one and see the volume there. That's hidden accumulation. Thank you. I mean, that works for me, right? Yeah. There's Sniper Paul right there. He says hi. Hi. Oh, my bad, Sammy. That was me. You guys are funny. If you're driving a black Honda Accord, lock in. Yeah. Anyone driving a GT, a Mustang, a Ford Mustang. Bro, I have a black Accord. You're funny. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Zab, man. Zab, you never know when Zab's going to punch on in. There's Zab. Trading better. Zab life. I have a black, yeah. God bless everybody here. If your name is Doug, please hit 444 in the comment. If your name is Doug, right, 444 in the comment section. Want to see if we got a Doug out here. Get it? A Doug out here. I'm sorry, that's not funny. What? What? It just happened like that. I didn't even know like I was going to say it like that. A Doug out here. I don't know. 64.5, then a dump to the new lows. If you like the black Honda, lock in. If you live in a black Honda, lock in. Yeah. If you live in a black Honda Accord, lock in. All right. If that is your home and you shower at the local gym, you need to lock in. All right. I'm George. We're all George. Bitcoin gone go up. Bitcoin gone go up. That's rude, though. You can't do that. That's not right. Nice guy, man. Now, it's always been nice to me, you know. When gold and a luxury, jump on in. The Nightbot is showing you what you can jump on into if you trade with me on Weeks. Pretty awesome. All right. Grand prize is a 5-night luxury stay in Nice, France. All right. And you get these smaller positions, too, for how much you trade, depending on the tier of volume that you hit. Up to an Apple Watch, a Rimowa luxury luggage case. I like the gold bar. That's got my eye right there. I kind of want one of those puppies. Nice $5,000 gold bar, you know, just to have in case. You never know. Keep your wealth in a little bit of gold over here. Did they really dump that candle? They did. Oh, my gosh. No, that's impossible. Something's not right there. That's not reading right, because that candle has to open where that one closes. Something ain't right. That ain't right over here. Yeah, that's not like something's... I'm reloading that. TradingView glitching. Look, it glitched out. It really did, though. That can't happen. Like, this candle opens and the other one has to close. Like, look, it's been glitching out the whole way. Look at that. I just see... Yeah. There we go. I don't know if it was on some chat. I was on some chat I shouldn't be on over here. That was nonsensical. But see, my eye knew. By the subtle differences of the candles there, by just an angle of the eye there, Wasn't the way it was supposed to be over here. You know, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan. This one was shady because it never had a bottom wick. And now it's just looking like it's rolling over on me. I'm telling you that 15-minute on that we gotta consolidate here. I can still win the trade, but I just need some luck. I need the luck of the Irish on my side, the luck of the Polish. Yeshimash. Yeshimash. To Conrad. Conrad, Yeshimash. This is your long-lost uncle speaking. Every day, everyone dub Bitcoin, pimp it to the upside. Just got here, fellas. Did Sammy talk about WorldCoin? The world. Did Sammy talk about the world? LabCoin looks interesting. We went over Lab. Let's take a look at WorldCoin. I myself would like to take a gander, a goosey gander at it. Let's see what's happening. You know, nice wicks on the daily. So let's break it down yet again. We could see that it was going to pump. I gave the call for the pump. Right about here was a great call around 49.50. It did rip to 70. It's a great call. It made some gains. And now the last 3 days, it's been struggling to hold that key area, but it hasn't been getting sold off. The daily's been kind of like sitting somewhat nice. So we got to see what's happening here. And there's some pressure from Bitcoin. But, I mean, if you look at that, that's starting to flag out, if you ask me. Bit of a cup and handle. And boy, oh boy, just send me to 86, baby, so I can get paid. 4 hour looks good. 6 hour looks good. I like this support, previous support as resistance here. I want to see this thing pump. RSI looks good. MACD, stochastics. This thing looks like it's going to do its thing up to 86. I do hold the position, so I'm obviously a little biased. I want to see the thing pump. Let's look at the bearish position. Bearishness, could this be a shoulder, kind of a head and a right shoulder, and does it make lower lows and just roll over? Daily's on multiple red candles away from the 21. Does it continue to dump here and not hold any of this support and resistance? I say it holds above this 63 area. It just might take a little longer than I thought. 21 catches up in 3 to 4 days, maybe 6. We get the pump, and it says I'm at 86 by July 2nd. But it just might take a little bit more, you know what I mean? Even though you could profit from WorldCoin, I don't know, man. I just don't know if I want any to make profit from that one. You know, I'm with you on it. I wouldn't buy the actual coin and hold it spot, you know? But I trade trading at leverage to me is just like betting on all. It's just, you know what I mean? I don't want to say that exactly, but to me, it's not the same. I'm not advocating at the company party. You know, I'm not talking at the cooler. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, this is awesome. I love this product. Like, let's go. I'm not showing up at the local events, like the WorldCoin event and speaking. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just swing trading it for a couple days. I get it, though. You know, some people think it's the demon coin or the, you know what I mean? The surveillance coin of the world. And, you know. Let's see, man, if my strategies are going to hold me. This double bottom is starting to look okay. Sam, take a look at USDT on the 2 hour. So look, the 15-minute, all it needs to do is consolidate, bring that 21 up in the next hour and a half, and I might be able to make some gains here today and change the way. Looks like it's going to take 4 hours to find out, though. The GOAT is the event. You are the opportunity, 100%. Are you sure you don't have one of those contacts in? I'm teasing. I'm sometimes so dull. I hate this. I can't. A contact. What did I say? And he's like, a contact. I don't know what he means. Yeah, tether dominance. It looks like it could pump. It's above a daily 21. I mean, it looks strong. Doesn't look good, right? Looks like it could go up even more, which is like, how much more do you want people to be in tether? Now, they are printing more tether, but dang, I mean, that doesn't look amazing. It does look more bullish than bearish to me. The daily, however, Man, even the daily, yeah, I mean, even the daily, it's coming off a very high RSI, but interesting. Might come up for that, like, it might make the high, and then it's going to have a bearish divergence. That's going to be Bitcoin's bottom. It does look a little sketchy. I have to be honest. The second I look at that, the trade flips bearish. Isn't that crazy? Tether Dominant says it's going to pump. Like, without a, like, it has, like, everything going, you know? WorldCoin putting out released a content that was going to mainly analyze what you're looking at and where and for how long. That's so creepy. Oh, I'm wearing the contact. Yeah. I've got the WorldCoin and I've already got the installation. Yeah. I was about to say, I should have picked up on what he was saying. I was, like, fragmented there. That looks bearish. I should, oh, man. This is crazy. Smaller time frames aren't for the faint of heart. Look at this Chop City now, the Chop Suey. Even if I was in the short, it would have been the same way. You know? Hasn't Bitcoin always hit a 786 Fib retracement? Yes, I agree. I agree. It has. Yep. It has. And some days, like today is a good day to leave the trades alone, right? Hyperliquid, it looks interesting. Let's take a look at Hype. So people liked it. And it's now, to me, it looks like it's about to do more damage. They're going to come out with something like, maybe their prediction market's going to get as big. They're going to take some more market share. But that tells me that that's a good trade to take right now on the daily. And it might be the weekend sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? Really might be the weekend sweetheart. It's a ball. I mean, that looks beautiful. Hyperliquid looks like it's about to do some damage on the 4-hour time frame. I could be wrong. Maybe we get a little more love there. I'd like to see it as a 3-to-1. That looks good to me. I won zero for the first time ever 2 weeks, but I still want Sammy wishing I had some cash to go long. Yeah, smaller if I divided the trend. So we got an entry. Yes, but that already happened. Funny, Hyperliquid looks good. I want to trade Hyperliquid this weekend. That's like the best setup right now. Again, it could double top and Bitcoin could take it down. But the 3-day came back towards that 21 and bounced. Still looks like it has some room. Yeah, a little bit of bear. Yeah. Yeah, but everything from the daily on suggests it's still bullish. And it could still pump. Bit of a cup and handle there, too. I mean, we could wait for it to go up and down for 30 more hours, 40 more hours. You know what I mean? You're so funny. And let them distract me with the World Cup. I like how you said that. Yeah, it's like, I just let them, like, you know, yeah. Now, I got my kids will just, I'll take my kids to a park, hang out with them, bring them out the lawn. I hang out with my kids basically all day long. Almost every day. Especially in the summer. I mean, they're both off of school. So, and then I got a little one that doesn't go to school. So we got three of them that want daddy all the time. They want daddy as much as they can have daddy all the time. I'm like the fun toy in the room. I don't know what it is about daddy, but to my baby girls, man, they love daddy, man. They all love daddy. They love mommy too, don't get me wrong, but I'm like some like exciting thing. I guess because, you know, I'm down here for 2 hours. They can't talk to me. There's 2 hours a day. They're just unallowed to go near me. Can't see their daddy for 2 hours a day. And, you know what I mean? It's not that long, but it's every single day, constantly, right? Of daddies, you know. And then I have meetings. Then there's time I have to fly and I go away. So there's been some scarcity involved there, right? So mommy's always home. Mommy's always there. You know, sometimes daddy has to go and... About 4 times a year, I have to take a 3 to 5 day trip. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? Maybe 5 times at the most. So about 25 days out of the year, I'm not home. You know, depending. That's bearish, man. Yeah, I don't like... getting chopped up on a low volume Friday. And I had the short to begin with. And that's why, like, I'm here to teach people, but I can't tell everyone exactly what, you know, sometimes I'm nailing it. Other days I can be just as off as the next guy. I mean, that still looks bullish to be on the daily. It's fighting to put in that lower. This is nuts. It's tough. But yeah, this trade's starting to turn ugly on me. Not what I was looking for. Yeah, that's not, the flag is over now. No haps. Would have to turn into some type of inverted head and shoulder or something. Has to bounce off that 200. It's turning into a, you know, now it's like a, man. No go. Not happy. They'll fly. Watch this thing just fly all the way upside down. I know. I don't trust this price action anymore, man. Not on the 1 minute. It's funny, though. The model did play. If I just stayed disciplined today and I traded nothing but the model, I would have got on right there and got out. So, like, I lack discipline today. That's why I have to tell them. I have to write in my trading diary, like, I lack discipline, man. You know? All I had to do is not short the market because I'm not big on shorting. Stay true to my model. See if I saw my model and execute the model. Had I just executed my model today, I would have hit that trade right there. Said everyone, I'm entering right now on the model. I'm exiting right now. And I would have been up right now and just chilling. But it's crazy. I mean, I did see a descending triangle on the 1 hour time frame. I got to give myself credit for that. I didn't just trade anything. The bigger time frames looked bearish to me. They didn't look amazing. So 69 was my call 5 to 7 minutes ago. We bounce. Interesting. Bull flags for me strong and break it down. Roller coaster day. 62.7. I'm going to tell my model has been telling me a long time already. We bounce 62.7. Trust yourself. You're funny. 62.7 is a place where a lot of people have been paying attention to, you know. We have CME gaps down 9.8. Nothing saying there that you can't feel, especially since we made a low at 3K 6 years ago. You never know. Look at the hours left on the 12. Nice look at tweezers. 12-hour does look good to me. It just looked good the second we took a glance there. I might just be playing with fire in the small time frames. That's all. The women I use the most too, but the slower time frame suggests patience and bullishness. So you called the slanted head and shoulder at the top there. I appreciate the grace. Because I trade like complete garbage right now. I'm like, cheer up, Sammy. You still may win. You never know. It could head and shoulder here. Could still somehow, some way that daily digs in. We get a bounce here and boom, I hit my target without getting stopped. I'm so close to price action there. What I don't like is to get safe, I got to go back below the 200. To go back to 200, I have to risk 540. I'm like, not a fan of $800 day losses. You know what I mean? I want to keep my losses down to $200, $300 at the most. If I lose that day, then I want to just stop trading, reassess, and come at it on another time. At 8 hours later, 10 hours, you know. Funny. It's all good, brother. 4-hour candle looks better. Bounce, baby, bounce. We might get this beautiful inverted. There's still a chance. We're above the 200. There's a chance. Give it 5 minutes, right? I know, right? Shout out to Jordan Marshall. The guy is nailing it. God bless you, man. I like when people, you know what? Whatever gives you that adrenaline rush, feeling good about yourself is good. I think it's good. You don't want to be overly, just, big-headed, but you know what, man? when you make a call and things go your way, it means you've been working at it. You've been in it, and it's a good feeling. Yeah, 63-1. A little bit of red there, nothing though. It's still telling us they kind of take us down, man. BOOKMAP says a dump is coming. Either they're creating it for a spoof. I don't know. I have seen it. I've seen it before where there's a bunch of red and we don't go to it. It has happened, but not every time, right? And it's not a guarantee. And, you know, nothing is. So. Let me see here. 63,330. We're sideways on the day. Not a lot of action here. Not a lot of action. I just wanted to jump back into the chat. See what's happened on the chat. There we go. I lost it for a second. I'm looking at the 4-hour CN. Yep. Give me 5 minutes. Bounce back. Nail on the call. I'm looking at the daily and see it to move down to 52.53. Possible. You never lose if you always learn. It's called experience. I don't know, but sometimes I make mistakes that I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't be making anymore. It kind of gets me going. But I guess, you know what? I just need more time. A lot of everybody's so bearish. That usually means the bottom is in, and based on my TA, the bottom's already forming. Crypto Scarface thinks the bottom is in already. You know, I told you my indicator that says when the bottom is has told me that the bottom has fired off, but we don't, you know. I also have to be open-minded. It's only been a 10-year indicator. Maybe we're in a bigger, broader thing that we'll see 20 years from now that we can't see right now. You know, like the pattern could be larger than we know. Grateful through the fire. Shout out to my man. I love that. And shout out to the Blues guy. Almost always giving a super chat. Blessings and gratitude, Sam, and all the lifers. Let's go. God bless you. Thank you for the 3 people that gave. You didn't have to do that, but you did. May God bless you guys for doing that. That's amazing. All right. I'm thinking it will be until next week. You talk with your nose. I don't know. Me? I don't know. You also love running a show is a lot to handle while trading. That's all right, man. No excuses. The key is to trade and let the trading talk for the show, right? So, want to be hitting. Want to win every single trade I touch, baby. Let's go, man. So we fought through a wickless bottomless. Oh, there's a tiny wick there. A tiny wick there. Strong bounce. Let's see what, you know, this, what I like about this is it'll give me something to watch throughout the day. I can check on it. Whatever happens, right? So, what's up, lifers? Blessing. Shout out to my man, R.L. Rofi. God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here. Mr. RLR in the house. I just watched a year-old video from yesterday where he said they're going to be in a bear market, dude. That's crazy, right? Just been getting chopped back and forth, been stopped out a few times already into short now. If it gets hit, I'm going to chill for a bit. There you go. Look at me, I'm fighting for the day's pay there. Well, it'd be amazing if I get that. I have faith that it's going to go my way, man. Every trade, I believe, is going to go my way. Getting bounced off the 200 on the 1 minute. I know. We're getting that little bouncy bounce right there off the 200 on the 1 minute time frame. It doesn't look great. Oh, wow, look, we gapped up, yeah. Hold on, we got to, refresh that. We gapped up off of it back to the upside. Off that 1 minuto. Let's see what happens here. God beside you, all right, until the market takes my money. Yeah, right. Shout out to my man, Aliens. God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here. And everyone, if you want to jump on in and learn more inside the trading group, all right, we do have a way to do that. I believe we still do it. Yeah. But for now, jump on in, master friend, man. Hit the QR code. And it is an upsell inside the trading group, but it gives you 3 sessions a week and gives you kind of a little more insight into your leverage trades and what you're doing and what could help you and kind of change the way you look at it. So check it out. Sam, you're watching USA play the World Cup today. Possibly. I don't really sit and watch the TV a lot, man. Like, I am in a beautiful island, and I'm with 3 kids that love me, and they don't like to sit and watch TV, I'll tell you that. And I have a wife that likes to go places and walk around, so no, I'll be with the kids and the wife doing dad stuff most of the day. It's a Friday in the summer, man. Yeah. But God bless, and I'm not hating on anyone that does. When I was a college kid, I'd probably be with some of my buddies watching the game in the afternoon somewhere or something, but, once you got 3 to 4 kids, it kind of, like, doing what you want to do kind of ends. You do what you have to do almost every day now. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, I get a moment alone. And that's why I like flying to Singapore and being with Jamie for a week was unbelievable. For 1 week, I had a complete just knowing, daddy, you know what I mean? It was nice. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love being with my children, too. I'm in love with that. I'm addicted to it. Other people are like, oh, my kids. I love being with my kids. They give me so much joy. They respect me. They love me. They say beautiful things. They're so angelic. They're so innocent. Just being around them makes me feel better. You know what I mean? Like I did something right with my life. How's your family life before and after crypto? I've always been in crypto since I was a baby. When I was born, I was actually trading Bitcoin in the womb through this little, my mom taught me through this umbilical cord system. And by the time I came out, I already had a couple sats. I was swing trading. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. I've been trading since the day I was born. Yeah. But Sam, you were born in 83. Bitcoin wasn't born then. Yes, it was. Just no one knew about it. Because I love being single. I can't stand chirping. That's crazy. Thing is, the one thing about being single is when you're old and gray, there's no one there to visit you or take care of you. That's why having 3 to 4 kids is crucial. My wife always said, because then when times get tough, when nobody knows what's going on, the kids are going to be there for you. You see what I'm saying? Dude, Sammy might win this trade, baby. Morse code through the umbilical cord. It's so crazy, man. I'm happy that you fostered an environment with your kids like that. People have families and have less happiness. You're a lucky man. Thank you, man. No, God spoke to me. Samuel. It is a Hebrew name, right? Sam. U-L. And everyone knows L meaning God, the one, right? And this means to hear. So my name means the one who hears God. That's what my name means. And I really felt like I've always heard God in my life. Like, he tells me this is how your kids can have a great life. If you do these things, you'll really be, And he says this is true nourishment for your children. And you're the true father and creator. You must nourish them. As the father or the head of the household, you have a lot of responsibility to do the right thing. To create a good example for your children, especially as the father too. Like, people don't realize it. You think it's the wife's job to help raise the girls, but as a father, you set the precedent. If you dress right, if you talk well, if you act respectful, then the type of man they're looking for, they're going to raise up to your standard. If you have low standards, I believe your daughters will have low standards on the men they go around. If you have high standards, your daughters will. And I can't say everything is guaranteed, but for the most part, I believe you can create a proper lady, and the father has a lot to do with it, so, and creating good relationships with your kids, having one-on-ones with your kids every once in a while. I have 3 daughters, taking one of them out alone. Hey, I'm taking this one just for a daddy moment. We're going to go shopping and we're going to take her to ice cream, whatever it is, but having a moment alone with one of your daughters at a time, making them feel special, right? I'm having a back spasm and my girlfriend in Russia and dying here trading stock. You're lucky to be blessed with a beautiful family. Thank you, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. I hope everything goes better for you, brother. God bless you. And I'll pray for your spasm and your girlfriend. Spent last week with the kids of the kids. Amazing. Little ones were literally climbing on me all week. Oh, yeah. They were all over you. Hope they didn't hurt your back. Samuel, in realities, you already have, my friend. Look at your life, lifers. Look at your wife. Look at your kids. And we couldn't walk 5 months ago. Hey, I couldn't walk in January. I'm walking now. I take it as a blessing. Yeah, I have to remember how much has happened in the last few weeks. 100%. If everyone didn't know, I ruptured my Achilles, which is grand, right? Awesome. Amazing. So, and it's been rough ever since. Volume is terrible today. It is tight. That's what happens. TradFi's closed, man. Expect kind of on a Friday. And Friday's been slower in general. People take Friday off. They don't show up on Friday. People abuse Fridays on on the summer, like, I'm going to call it, 3-day weekend again, So we'll see. WorldCoin could pump out this flag. It could also roll over. I'm not in love with the daily, but has some good supportive resistance. It looks like it could go further to the upside. I'm gonna keep it going. We'll see where it goes. XRP Classic. It's just this stuff is ridiculous to me. You know what I mean? XRP Classic, like, for real. SKYAI. Only here on SKYAI. So interesting. Sky did bounce from that level to the area of 42.77. Kind of a head and shoulder there, right? Looks a bit sketchy to me. Daily's okay, not tons of data. 8 hours above the 200. Has a trend line. Maybe something like this, but I'd got to see it bounce first. I'd give up some money there to see it kind of hang out before I got into it. Might be worth watching. There's some more volume on it than most coins right now, just for the couple days. So, you can only wear pink if you're buff, man. I know, right? I was thinking about that this morning. So funny you said that. I think me and you must be so connected, man. Because I'm sitting there and I'm like, I put on this shirt, and I think this shirt has blue flowers. Honestly, I almost thought this shirt had pink in it. When I really look at the shirt, I feel like it doesn't have any pink. It just has blue, but it has some flowers in it. It has like a flowery pattern, and it almost kind of makes you think there's pink in it. I think there isn't, though. And, smash the like. Sam's the man. He gives it all. Thank you so much. Member for 18 months, and he's exclusive. It's an exclusive member. Thank you, Zap Life. God bless you, brother. Let's see what happens, man. We're tight, man. Bitcoin is so sideways here. 63,094. Nada de nada for BTC. Just give it as nothing. Yeah, and then I thought, I don't know if this, and then I thought this coat is pink. I didn't realize it was like, and then I put a pink pocket square, and I was like, man, you can't wear pink. And I was like, back in the day, I couldn't wear a pink shirt. I was like, I would never wear a pink shirt to high school. I was like, but I'm an older man now. I could wear pink. And I'm like, why can I wear pink now? I'm like, because I got it like that. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's interesting. I thought about that this morning. Like how I deliberately could wear pink just every once in a while. It's not all the time. My babies are more grown up now, but there's no better feeling in the world than getting home from work and seeing the excitement on their faces when they see you walking up. See, miss those days. See, I know I'm going to miss these days, man. I saw all my kids playing last night, and I sat there, and I'm like, this is it. Or going outside to the backyard, and we have a beautiful swing in the backyard they absolutely love. Real men wear pink. I know, right? You can wear pink if you're batting for the other team. Pink Panther. It's not pink, it's salmon. Oh, yeah, this is salmon. I thought about this. This is salmon. I'm about to say, I was like, this is pink. I'm colorblind. I was like, is this a pink jacket? And I was like, it's not really pink, though. Right? Preach, brother, preach. Thank you, Dirty Skirts, man. Backing it up. Dude, this thing, I might win this puppy, man. I got faith. The fact that I pivoted is crazy. The old me wouldn't have the guts to pivot. So let's see if I win for actually taking a move. PHAA, we were looking at it last night. Like, it looked like it had some gas. I don't know. It wasn't amazing, though. It just looked like it was above the 200, kind of doing its thing. I just need to see it consolidate a little more. Shout out to that Pip master friend. Nice trade there on the NASDAQ. So semi-NASDAQ, I'm calling this thing like it's going to pump. Thought it would retrace a little bit more. Really not going to do that. The NASDAQ's going to pump again, folks. They're just going to... Donald Trump has some billionaire friends, and they're just not going to allow the stock market to go down. Period. This thing is going to go on its next leg, and it's about to go on another leg. Freaks me out because I'm like, when is the bigger crash? Because that's like, if it didn't go then. But that, I mean, Bitcoin's about to pump, man. I mean, the NASDAQ, on Monday morning, it likely gaps up. Thursday was likely the trade. And look, I see this thing booming. NASDAQ about to rip, man. If you're a musician, you could put on whatever you want. Thank you. Maybe Salmon Rose. It's definitely Pig Sammy. We're talking about your jacket, by the way. No, it's Salmon Zab Life. Don't do that to me. Don't you go doing that. Not you of all people, Zab. Don't you turn on me, Zabby. Not you, Zabby. No. No. You like that, right? That was dramatic. Don't be scared. Everything's going to be okay. We're pumping. Everything's going to be okay. Bitcoin's going to pump, and I'm going to win the trade. I'm going to make my $1,000 today. I'm going to show my daughter I made it. This is what I love. What happens, I'm with her. We're like doing something, and I'm like, look, Daddy made $1,000 while we were hanging out together, honey. Really, Dad? That's amazing. I'm like, see, honey? When I trade, I can hang out with you and still make money. And then I'll be with her. Like, I'll take her to a lunch, you know? I know you felt the drama, right? You were shaking in your bones. You might have acted. Are you wearing Depends? You should be. Okay, so bullish engulfing on the 4 hour. I know that thing is looking nice. Oh, Zabby Turd and I'm teasing. You guys are funny, man. You guys should get a room, man. I'll mess with you. Sorry, I might piss off a guy. Hey, don't do that to me. Bullish engulfing on. Yeah, you're definitely pink. Hey. I think you guys brought it on yourselves. You know, getting a little pinky with me over here, like a pinky blinder. That's right. Crypto trading is such a great career. All the time in the world would be with your kids all day. We homeschool too, so it's all day, every day. Yeah, I'm gonna homeschool my next 2 kids. Extra absorption. Yeah. Oh, you do. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, I got it for you right now. I'm gonna hook you up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna hook you up though. Nah. It's like, it's funny. I'm like, oh yeah. I got a picture of you somewhere. Like, I have to have a picture. Do I have a picture of you somewhere? I got it, right? Conrado. So funny. At the beach over here. You're illustrious. No pictures. The whole time we were together over here. Not one picture over here. Did we take a picture? Dude, I got the boat, man. I do wish you were here for the boat. It would have been fun. The ride back was crazy, though. We would have both been bugging out. It would have been fun to do that with someone else. We would have been like, what the? It was a bit insane. Anyway. Show a young Polish kid wearing Depends. So you can ask Grok, right? Anything you want. Show a young Polish kid wearing Depends. Extra absorption. And then say right there. Grok has gotten super fast too. You used to have to wait so long to get what you wanted. Now it happens so fast. Right? I told you just holler at me. I would be there. You're funny. Zabla, be careful with the roll if you're on the second floor. I'm rolling. You're funny. Men feeling stuck inside the girls that can wear pink and call it salmon. If you're a weirdo like me, you can wear a skirt like and make it. This guy's a weirdo. Crypto weirdo. Mac D, I'm ready to flip with the 4 hour long is good, brah. I think he goes, I sent you a pic of us. You're funny, man. I got you, bro. Nah, I don't want to do it. Nah, that might not work, though. I don't want to be like... It didn't... Wait, hold on. What happened here? A new search. I don't want to search. A new generation. Show the text extra strength. Just want to see if it will do it. I don't know why. I'm sorry. We'll get right back. There you go. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. The prompt is going to... oh, maybe it will, right? Yeah. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right now. Yeah, I can't... It's too strange, bro. Can you check out POPCAT, Sam? Yeah, let's take a look at POPCAT. Extra absorption depends. It's crazy, man. POPCAT. You know, every time I traded POPCAT about 2 years ago or a year and a half or something like that, it actually traded well. Had good volume. It had good movement. That didn't, 8 hours seems like it's attempting to bounce. 1 hour was, looks okay. It's attempting to get back above that 200. Yeah, use that 200 like glue, man. It really works well. Yeah, showing signs of kind of a blast back to the upside. I guess your 15-minute is what you really want to look for. A little bit of a flag there. There's a chance. If Bitcoin gets a bounce today and starts to kind of come back strong on the daily, what if this is Bitcoin's bounce, I'll make the big in real life. You're so stupid, man. Mexi, is it possible to open multiple trades on Bitcoin? No. I don't think they have separated. So crazy, man. Inverted head and shoulder Bitcoin on the 1-minute time frame. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm talking about. We might already, look, I see it. It already kind of exists. We'll see, though. We're just in this chop now. We just need this to chop out. So the 15-minute king, we just need this. We get this, baby. And we're gone, man. I'm predicting a move here for Bitcoin. It's looking nice so far. Might have got myself in the best position possible. We'll see. Only time will tell. All right, as we continue the move. He says, SpaceX ready for a new pump. I mean, it's closed today, right? Are the perpetuals still open, though? Live trading every single day here on the channel with the crypto lifer, Sam Price. Can you believe it? No, I'm just... But if you want to learn more, you want to actually, get down with the lifer, you want to find out what's going down, hit cryptolifer.com. Okay? And unlock financial freedom or the ability to gain an education that can teach you so much. And subscribe. All right? I used to work for someone for my whole life. I used to go for a paycheck. I changed my life, and then I started actually turning it into a school and a way to kind of bring people up. Every morning, I talk about gratitude in my trading group. That's the first thing I'll remind you to do. No matter what happened to your trades, no matter the ups, no matter the downs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And this is a place where you could actually find a family, group of people that are doing or into what you're doing. And it's pretty awesome. So check it out. Go to cryptolifer.com, hit the subscribe button. And right there, you could join the Discord. And we'll see you in there. We're in there every day. And we go over all sorts of fun stuff. From Bitcoin to SpaceX, you name it. We talk about it. We go over it. We rip it up. So, I mean, it's back above that 1 hour 200. It could be bouncing off support there at 176. There's a chance, not a lot for it to go on. Seems like it could be possibly trying some type of Adam and Eve there. Like it left the pattern, it's back inside. Might be that higher low, bounce back up again. I don't know, hard to tell with low, not a lot of information. You kind of just play the small time frames. As you get above different 200 moving averages, you can keep going up and up, depending, So I expect this to come down, go up, come down, go up. Bitcoin go up. I wouldn't like to lose more than 440. I could handle that, right? And again, know what you're willing to lose in the trade. Very important. Follow me on X, all right? I put out so much information, tweets, updates, ideas. I'm even right there, ready to go, baby. What about Illinois? They came the first U.S. state to tax crypto transfers. I don't understand that. Even if you lose money. So starting January 1st, every transfer or swap. I don't understand. So if I send money to my wife, like say I have 2 wallets. Say I actually just get a new wallet. Like I'm done with the old seed phrase I thought may have been compromised. I'm not sure. I feel uncomfortable. I buy a new wallet, or let's just say the new wallet I get says it's quantum resistant, and the old one isn't, and I got to move, and it's time to move funds, and I get that all ready to go, and I do it, and I got to pay 2%. So let's just say I move $1 million of Bitcoin from one wallet to the next. I got to pay 0.2. No. Yeah, 0.2% tax. So that's a zero. That's 0.002 then. You know what I mean? I have to because 1% would be 1, right? Which would be 0.1. Hold on. 0.1 would be 1%. So 0.01 would be you know what I mean? Yeah. So 0.02. $20,000? Are you serious? No. I think it's 0.002. But that's insanity. It's a tax on movement. I don't understand what it means. I don't get it. So if you just move money, man, I just find this insane. That's very bearish. That's very bearish. Especially America, coming out with such... It doesn't make sense. It's like as if I was sending money from my wife's bank account to her, you know what I mean? Or if I was moving money from one bank account to the next, it doesn't make any sense. It's going to eventually get changed. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. And how can you track that? You know what I mean? How do they track that? Starting in January of 2027? That means they're going to have to start to come out with some type of tracking system. They're going to try to have a wallet. How can you tax that if you don't have a tracking system on the wallets? Pretty crazy, right? That's nuts to me. Absolutely insanity. Absolute insanity. Okay. No, sir, it's 20K. And again, if the person doesn't live in the state, cryptocurrency doesn't live in a state. When I transfer my money. So if I stay in Illinois for a month and I transfer Bitcoin between two, you know what I mean? Or can you just leave the state? So if I have to transfer crypto, do I just leave the state? I drive literally out of the state lines and I press transfer. I prove that I physically wasn't in the name. I'm just asking questions here. You know what I mean? The exchanges have to report it and collect it. The exchanges? Interesting. So they're going to get Coinbase to come get you on the state side. Interesting. So they want to get you when you cash out. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get an extra percentage when you cash out. I see what they're doing. So if you got... Okay, I get it. They're okay, you want to get out? You want to get paid in crypto? Oh, we're going to make sure... Yeah. I get it. I see what's going on. So if you're just jumping on into the stream, I am long. I was originally in a short. I flipped long. I'm down $33. I was down $280 at one point. So look at that. It was going to be a $500 loss. Now so far, we're just kind of down $270. And I want to see this consolidate. The 21's above the 200. We're in a tight channel. Something I've learned very well could pump. And the daily seems pretty good. The 4 hours making a bullish engulfing candle. It's about to close. All right. So we're looking for a 4 hour to close big. We're looking to go big. We're looking for it all to go big, baby. Go big and go how. Look at that. I mean, nice. This is looking good too on the 15. We can get up to that 200 moving average. We're going to consolidate up to it. 4 hours showing a massive candle there. I was looking for a cup and handle. There and there. 2 times in a row. I didn't get it. Maybe this is my sweet charm here. Maybe they just had a dolphin dip it there before we ripped it again. Again. I'm telling you that I believe we've bottomed out already for Bitcoin, and we just got to scare where everyone thinks we're going. You know, there's so many people that say we're going down to like these crazy lows. Look, I even said that we going to 25K today, right? Let's take a look at the poll. How many people we got in the poll now? 735 votes. 45% say Bitcoin can go there. So and again, I just rate, the way my community is, we talk about being open-minded and we say anything is possible. And so with that being said, that's kind of where we stand. So I could see that as, the response is kind of a bit curtailed toward people saying, hey, we don't know, anything could happen. That's how we treat Bitcoin, right? Anything could happen. Such a weird falling wedge, if you ask me, but a falling wedge nonetheless. To me, that is somewhat of a breakout of the trend line there. But let's see. Bullish engulfing candle, very oversold. Bullish divergence, MACD about to flip. I mean, that looks so good to me, but you never know. You never know these days, man. Someone says Polygon breakout. Let's take a look at what you're saying there. I was surprised with Poly Market that Polygon didn't go absolutely berserk. It's kind of strange, but it is what it is, right? Polygon, a little bit of Polygon, eh? A little bit of the Polygon, eh? I like to trade the It was so much cooler when it was, when it was Matic. It's a better name, Matic. Who doesn't want Matic? We're changing Polygon to Matic. We're rebranding because Matic has such a bad name and everybody hates it and so much crud is coming to Matic. We're going to change the name. Hoping you forget it and you think it's something different. See, I changed up the... I went from... I'm just messing with you. Do you send out signal in your VIP? It's not a VIP. I don't like to call the VIP. Everyone has a VIP Discord. It's a Discord for people that want to learn, man. But yeah, no, I do. I'm not saying they're always right. Like I sent out a signal today, it didn't go well, but I do. Like earlier today, I said, hey, I'm short Bitcoin. Right? Here's a trade right here, right? We have massive liquidity to the downside too as well. You know what I mean? And yeah. So, right? Send it. I know, right? Polygon Matic was such a better word. I liked it. I know, right? They had Matic. Anyway, yeah. You're ripping the words right out of my mouth. I know. It is pumping. It looks like it's going to do some actual damage. It looks like an inverted head and shoulder. You see it? And Adam and Eve with a flag there to the downside. It looks pretty nice. I like what I'm seeing. I really like what I'm seeing. It looks great. Like the roundness. Like, do you see the roundness? Like how it's rounding off there? It's really nice. You know what I mean? Yeah. This too, like, see how it rounds? You want to look at the round part, mostly, right? How it bends. You want to bend it, if you can bend it. No. They're going to push us up to the brink of no. To the brink. Yeah, anyway, I have to jump on out of here, everybody. I have a couple tasks I got to do in the house to get done. I got a couple loose faucets to tighten and get it going. This looks like I'm going to win this trade. I like it. I honestly feel like it's worth taking, but you do whatever makes you happy. Lately, it's been treachery. Not all my trades have played out, too, on the smaller time frames. The smaller time frames have been hard. So I do what I can, It is a 3-2. I'm going to swing it over to the group. I like it. I'm in it. Looks like it's going to pay me and do my thing. And we'll go from there. A couple other altcoins look good to me. And we'll kind of switch we'll go from there. So, let me just edit this. BTC USD. And I posted that to the trading group so you guys have it. Anyway, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel on this beautiful... And it's not like the 21st yet, but it's summer. You know what I mean? The kids will be out of school in 10 days. School don't care. No one don't care no more. And it's time to hang out. It's time to relax, and everyone is. But it's never time to stop looking at the markets and keep pushing. So shout out to WEEX. Shout out to everybody here. Again, if you want to trade where I trade, you can trade live on WEEX with the pinned comment. You can go to cryptolifer.com to find out more. All right. And with that, that's a wonderful show, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to sit behind me here in that chair and work during the stream, let me know. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much. I will see you all tomorrow. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you. I will have a quick live stream. We have 4 live streams on the weekend, so get ready, man, for the weekend. But enjoy yourself. It's Friday. Let's see what happens to this trade. It would be nice if we can win a nice G on Friday, right? We'll get a nice rack to start the weekend. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, the secret to success, it's getting started. You know, you're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you tomorrow.